okay, well, George called me and he wanted to sit down and have lunch with me today and introduce me to some of the residents in the Hispanic community, which I thought was an opportunity to sit down and engage the community even more than we do now. When we sat down and we began to speak, we're at local restaurateur, merchant. We had such a good time that the entire restaurant, the children that were in the restaurant, their parents that were in the restaurant, began to engage us and began to ask questions. At the end of the meal, we found out that we had more in common than we do in difference. However, our commonalities were not spoken due to lack of exposure, fear, because frequency breeds trust where distance had bred fear. Now, as a law enforcement commander in the city of Atlantic City, now I know how to have my officers begin to engage another segment of our community simply by sitting down, introducing themselves, and becoming commonality with each other. What do you like doing? I like soccer. I like baseball. I like food. Many of them were enjoying, I found out, which was phenomenal to me. Some of the residents of in our community are world-class chefs. Some of the women that are chefs in our community were police officers in their country. For example, in Peru, one of our chefs was actually a policewoman, was in the military, came to America. And what really got me choked up was when she explained how she had a love for America. It was her dream to come to America and provide for her family. Now she's a business owner. Phenomenal business. 2641 Arctic Avenue, to be specific. Peruvian restaurant, bar none. Excellent food. I will be there on a regular basis. But the one common thread, each and every time we began to talk in the fellowship, what I heard was, we would love to have more of a relationship with law enforcement. More of making us feel as we're part of the community. Making us feel like we're one. All we want is to live, love, and to enjoy our communities. And I think we can do that. I know we can do that. I don't think we can do it. I think what I began to do today was break down unspoken barriers that were between the communities. And when you sit down and begin to talk to somebody, you find out the commonalities are humane commonalities. You talk about love. Doesn't matter what color you are, male or female. All I felt today was love. And it wasn't because I had a uniform on. It's because I took the time to sit down and accept the invitation. And when I did, it dispelled the ignorance that was displayed in our community, which allows room for contention, disgust, resentment, out of fear, out of angst. We don't have to live like that. We won't live like that. Now I have my law enforcement officers begin to reach out, become touchable. You know, touchable meaning I'll stop, I'll talk, I'll stop in. I can do a check and say, "Hi, how's everything going?" Sit down and have a cup of tea and start a relationship, start a conversation. And then when you see the young people that's involved, that you begin to engage, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 years old, just the love they have for law enforcement. It takes you back to when I was young, where, you know, the law enforcement officers would come talk to us. We thought they were heroes. We thought they were giants. That's how I felt today. So if I feel it today, it can be restored. And that's how I feel. And not only that, another thing I would say is, I want the Hispanic community to be 100% honest with me. If the question had to be asked, what do you want out of your law enforcement agency? I've heard today, and I would like to ask you and challenge you, be 100% honest so we know how to sharpen the tools that we have in communication and interpersonal relationship skills, that we can be a better service to our community.